All right, check it out. Come into it. All right, Shalom. We the brothers from the Gym S. New Orleans, coming back at you with another quick lesson. Prior to getting started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kabadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the items that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And as you can see on the ticker, all right, and on the title of the lesson, it says, "Cast thy bread upon waters, and after many days, thou shalt find it." All right. So we want to basically get into that bread being the word. All right. And finding it is the spirit coming back, or the increase in the spirit which was sent out. Okay. Which we're going to get into a couple accounts and a couple precepts to furthermore explain the casting thy bread on the water. Because we do this daily. Our daily bread is really this word. This word is what we use to hook the elect, man. We send it off, all right, as a ship, sail it off. Okay, so do it this word, but that's a ship will sail off and never come back. But this word is going to return. It's going to be a return investment on which we send out. That's why the Lord said, "Going forth and send my word," man. All right, and we sending it upon waters, meaning you can send it to a far place, a far land, right? Because the waters cover the earth. Right. So it can go what? Everywhere over the earth, man. You see? So we just want to get into a lesson of that brothers be invigorated in the spirit to continue to push forth this word. And that's why we do it daily, man. There's no breaks, no off days, all right? It's just what continue employment of basically bringing the kingdom of heaven back, helping usher in the men that's going to usher in the kingdom of heaven. Collecting, gathering, all right? We're sending this word out as a gathering. But give me that Ecclesiastes 11:1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 11, verse 1.
Yep.
It says, "Cast thy bread upon the waters,
yep,
for thou shalt find it after many days."
I have never seen you put bread of any sort on water, then come back three to 5 days later and you find that bread, man. All right? So it's spiritually speaking about this bread, which is that word, man. Okay? That's a spiritual sign. And we, as men of the Lord, we have to always be elated in doing the work and sending forth the word of the Lord out, man. Okay, because the Lord is furnishing his house. Okay, he's making a feast. He's making a feast. And he said, go out and get those and bid them to the marriage, man. All right. But we're not physically doing it. This word is what's connecting the people. Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 9. "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage."
Yep, go ahead and speak on.
Hey, and that's what we doing, man. We telling the elect, we reeling in the elect.
That's right.
All right. That, hey, and telling them and warning them, all right, hey, there's this marriage you must attend. The Lord have called for you to attend his marriage. Okay.
Yeah, water, just to add to the brother, water has an algorithm with it, man. All right. The way it moves, the currents of different things is an algorithm of water. So all we really do is put it on the water. Right. All right. So that's the Lord word have free course, as it says, and I believe in 1 Thessalonians, this word have free course to where it already knows his identity. You know how ships have compasses and different things like that. It have to watch for it. When we send this word out, all right, it go straight way. Matter of fact, give me Wisdom of Solomon. 5 and roundabout. Stay where you at, brother. Wisdom of Solomon 5. To prove ships, a ship will just go somewhere and you can't find it anymore. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and roundabout.
10. I got 10.
It should be 10. All right. Go ahead.
It's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone, by the trace thereof cannot be found."
Right. So this word has always been found because it always been recycled through the spirits that it's for, man. Right. All right. And that's why right now we have the word, because it traced us down. It tracked the path Lord willing, and we are of the hopeful elect. It tracked the path of us, meaning through reincarnation, it followed us. Get that and hold that down. Truth. All right, when you finish, truth return to those that practice in us as the birds. All right, but go ahead, brother.
It says, neither the pathway of the hill is the way.
Yep.
Or as when a bird had flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found.
Yeah, so the same is something that goes and doesn't come back. But the word is not like that. It's the opposite of this. Other things can go and don't find its way back, but this word gonna always return to the men that practice in her. Matter of fact, a brother could grab that when they get it. Whoever got that, go ahead.
Like I said, it was always meant for them to get it. And that's why return is destined.
You got it out?
The men of the Lord are destined to receive that word time and time again. You know, if they're preserved from the foundations of the earth, they have to get it.
Yeah, this word has a destination, and then once it reached the destination, it goes back to where it was, man.
That's right.
Right? Because the Lord, like the Lord came here and left, what he doing? He coming back.
Right.
He's the word. He said, as you saw me and X, as you saw me leave, so shall I return. Right. It's the same with the word, man. All right. As he was taken up in the chariots, when the men was gazing, like, damn, this how you left. It's also symbolic to, you know, this word leaving us for a season, but always returning back, which it was meant through the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord. And that's why that bread being sent off and it returned is the Spirit coming back unto us, man. All right, because those men are the spirits that need to be found and joined to the other spirits, and that make the house or the spirits of the Lord where it may flow freely.
Right.
That spirits may be added to each other, that they may have what? The tabernacle, the house of the Lord in one feast, man. All right. With that same bread. That bread he's bringing that bread back to the house, and they're all enjoying that one bread. We all eating off the word of the Lord, which is Yahushua.
That's why I said Ezekiel, it says, son of man, eat this roll.
Yep.
Because you eat that roll, that's that bread. That bread that's returning into you, man. Eating that roll, you know, that's the bread, and it's coming back, and then they tell you to go and prophesy, go speak to Israel.
You sending it out.
Yeah, you sending the bread.
Once you getting the bread, once the bread out, and then that bread came to us. We all getting it, and we gotta give it out, right? That it can have a return on his investment, man. Which the Lord, and really the bread is the investment of the will of the Lord. Let's get that correct. Right. That's why we can't hold the bread. We can't sit on the talents. Because there's enough bread to get sent off. Stay here with us. Get those that don't have it. Build them up and have them come back to us. That's how much bread. And it's still enough bread to do that to 144,000 men. And those that believe on it. Which is a complete amount. All right? Finish what you got in that. You found it? All right, go ahead. Yeah, bring that out. Why he find it?
Back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 11, it says, "Or as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found. But the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise, and motion of them is passed through, and therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found."
So this word have always found or had a sign to where it went and who it got. Because those men returned with like, man, I got the spirit. I found the spirit of y'all. And you know, where you guys located? What's this? Comment board. Oh, I heard you, brother, and I would like to hear more. That's all signs of that word knowing where it's going. This word have never been sent out or gathered up or put out, and they didn't know where it was going or who it was to. And it only go to select spots, right? Even though it's sent, waters cover the earth. So you say the earth is waters, the heavens, we are water, right? Water goes everywhere. But why that bread only flow to certain destinations? Because this water is not for everybody. All right? You got that Isaiah 33?
Yeah.
That's good in that. Go ahead, bring out what you got.
This is Sirach 27:9.
Yep.
It says, "The birds will resort unto their light.
Yep.
So will truth return unto them."
Start at 8.
Come. This is Sirach 27, verse 8. It says, "If thou followest righteousness."
Right. So following righteousness is following that path to the bread, which gonna return. upon those waters. And that's what men do. Righteousness is found back unto those that it's gonna say it. Go ahead.
Again, chapter Sirach 27:8. If thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious long grove.
Right, go ahead.
The birds will resort unto their like.
Yep.
So will truth return unto them that practice in her.
And which at the bottom of the ticker, I got on that says truth recycle itself unto men who practice in it. Right? So we're rehearsing the truth. And then the men that's going to rehearse with us and to the whole team before,
Right.
All right, it's going to be as such. If we those men, I'm a Rakazah, I don't want Rakazah, we those men, bro. All right? Give me that,
Isaiah 33.
yeah, Baba Kashab.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, and verse, you want 16, right? 17. God, now shall see
Start at
the
15.
God. Isaiah 33 and 15. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppression.
And this is talking about the elect. We despise the gain of oppressions. We walk righteously and we speak uprightly. Go ahead.
That shaketh his hands from holding the bribe.
Bribes, right. We don't take bribes just to speak false in the gate or hide truth from men, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It reads, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood,
Yup.
and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil.
No, we call it evil out. We speak on these things, but this is the point. These two, go ahead.
He shall dwell on high places.
No, nah. We shall dwell on high.
Salaki. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks.
Right. So the one that dwell on high places, his defense shall be a munition of rocks. Now, when the rocks are in the water, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, right? The water flows upon those rocks, which we gonna get this in another thing, because I won't speak on that. Go ahead.
God, and it reads, I'll just read that over
Yeah,
again.
go ahead.
He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks.
Go ahead.
Bread shall be given him.
Yep.
His waters shall be sure.
Right. So if bread is given you, your water's gonna be sure. Rocks, the munition of rocks. Matter of fact, it got some good in them.
The rocks amongst the fortress.
Right. The rocks amongst will be their fortress. So I won't pull it up. Let me see. Bread shall be given him. Well, read that in that, because it's gonna explain that a little better. Go
It's
ahead.
the book Isaiah 33 and 16, but it's in the NLT. It says, there are the ones who will dwell on high. The rocks of the mountains will be their fortress.
Yeah.
Food will be supplied to them,
Yep.
and they will have water in abundance.
Right. So food and water is this bread. That's us casting our bread upon the waters, man. That's more important. All right. I want to get up. It was something I wanted to get. Mission. Rocks. Read that real quick.
What? In a regular order?
Yeah.
God. It's back in Isaiah 33 and 16. Again, it says, he shall dwell on high.
Yeah.
His place of defense
There's
shall
something
be
going on.
the munitions of rocks.
Right.
Bread shall be given him. His water shall be sure.
And our rock, it says that our rock is that water that you know what I'm talking about? That rock, our rock, which we follow, was that water that basically gave it. So I gotta find that. That's what I wanted. All right. On our rock. Our rock is go ahead, speak. Well, matter of fact, what you got on?
You got that.
All right. That rock. Okay, just stay on that Exodus. Because we gonna bring that out next after I find this right quick. It says about Yahweh Shai being that rock that we drank or whatever. It's all good. First Corinthians 10 and 4, brother.
Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians 10, verse 4. It says, and did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Start at 2.
Come.
Because we're gonna bring that Exodus 2 out. dealing with Moses, because Moses, his story is symbolic with casting thy bread upon the waters, and after many days they shall be found. And I'm explaining and elaborating that account what that actually means. Because the reason why we starting at 2, because we about to bring Moses out next. All right, go ahead.
Done. This is 1 Corinthians 10:2. It says, and we're all baptized unto
Start at 10.
with the first verse.
Yeah, start at 10.
1 Corinthians 10 from the top. It says, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant,
Yep.
how that all our fathers were under the cloud,
Yep.
and all passed through the sea.
Right. So under that cloud, and speaking about the time we was in the wilderness, that cloud was Yahushua, man.
Right.
All right. In that chariot, man. Go ahead.
It says, and were all baptized unto Moses
Yep.
in the cloud and in the sea.
Yep. And that's in the spirit of our Lord. All right. Which Moses was a man chosen out of Levi, out of the men of the Lord. All right. To bring forth the words unto Israel, man. The laws, different things. The Lord dealt with him spiritually. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Yep.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Yep.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Hamashiach.
So on the munitions of rocks, all right, they shall be watered and eat abundantly. Like the bread, man. Like, you know, that you read with those, having that water go through the munition of rocks. Ultimately, though, that rock, you can liken that rock unto Yahushua, which you just said, they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was the Mashiach Yahushua, man. We eat of the meat of Yahushua. As he said, it is my meat to do the will of my Father. Well, it's our meat to do the will which the Lord had us do to follow behind Yahushua, man. Go ahead.
I got a precept bagging up what you're saying. It's the book of St. John, chapter 4, and verse 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again.
Yeah.
But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst.
Right.
But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water spring up into everlasting life.
Right.
And one to think that that's talking about actual water to drink, right? But it's going back, just like what the brother had just brought out. Right? It's going into that word, man. Okay, being given that word of life, which can be likened unto water.
Yeah, beautiful, brother. Yeah, it says water and quicken us. You know, the spirit of the Lord quicken us. And that bread, that we eating the word, we eating the bread, and then the bread give us the water by default. So when we are casting our bread upon the waters, this is how it's returning unto us, man, after many days. Meaning it's not going nowhere. We're increasing. Go ahead.
Oh, I forgot to say this too. All right, I'm gonna go back into verse 14, and it says, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him as a well of water.
Yes.
Which what do a well do?
Spring life.
Give out
spring life. It spring out life. Yeah.
You got the water, you drunk the water, but then it says it's gonna be in you as a well. So now other men can drink of the water that was given unto you.
That's right. We all drinking of the same water, which is Yahushua, because we all in like mind.
That's right.
That water that he gave us is all the spiritual water that we drink of. That rock, man. All right. And he's the mountain. Like we bring the it says that we bring the banner upon the high mountain, huh? All right. Which he that high mountain, man. All right. We're bringing the banner in the name of Yahushua for the will of Yahweh. Right. You feel me? That's why we come and we don't push past the name of Yahushua, because there's an importance, man.
Right.
All right. We're indebted to Yahushua, saying he took upon our sins.
There's no foundation to build upon without Yahushua.
Without Yahushua. Exactly. You got it, bro. Y'all got it?
I got the song.
Hold that down. Give me the Exodus 2. We might end it with that. What verse you got? 2, start at the top. Well, I'm gonna just explain it. All right, as we go. Go ahead, you start. I'm gonna tell you where to jump at.
This is Exodus 2:1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly man, she hid him for 3 months.
Right, just talking about the story of Moses. In case if you don't know how they got how he got into Pharaoh, he wasn't born there.
Right.
All right. It was a way he got there. Okay. But him being preserved, I'm gonna explain it. Go ahead. It's gonna make sense with the video. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with fish, and put the child therein. And she laid it in flags by the river's brink.
Right. So what she did was she covered them real good to where the child wouldn't fall in the water. Dabbed it, tighten it up, you know, different things like that, right? Because what was happening, she I believe she hid Moses from the king's commandment or something like that. I ain't gonna tell it in a while, but Salakia. But anyway, she was sending Moses afar off. All right, go ahead. I think it said that. Find that. We'll see. She hid not listening to the king's commandment. It's gonna say that right here. Go ahead. Never mind.
Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. 5. This verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came.
Might have to speak loud. Speak a little loud.
Verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it.
So Moses' mama put him on the water and just sailed him out. But she didn't tell nobody, like, look, I'm about to send this over the river, get it, or find him. Right. So she sent him out in faith, right? So it's synonymous with this casting out with bread. We sending out in faith that it'll hook the elect. That's why we don't force the word. The word force everybody to come in. For who it's for, right? We just throw the line in the water, then the Lord let the fish bite. We the fishers, the fishermen. Salaki, go ahead.
Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Verse 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew woman, that she may nurse the child for thee?
Go ahead.
And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother.
Go ahead.
And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me.
Yep.
And I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it.
Go ahead.
And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son.
Right, a man that's born of another woman and man can't become the son of somebody who didn't born it. So she took upon Moses, man. Go ahead.
And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water.
So she drew him out of the water. So the bread that's getting put on or cast on waters and finding after many days, it's getting drew off the water, man. All right. It's getting drew off the water to those that basically it was signified for. Because again, she didn't know where it needed to go, but Pharaoh needed to go there that he may set his people free. And the Lord could what? Deal with him in Egypt, man. That's Moses. My bad, Salakia, Moses. Go ahead.
Verse 11, and it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
That's it. That's the point. Because Moses, she called his name Moses, and she said because she drew him out of the water. All right, let's see the word Moses. I was trying to get it in my phone this week. Let's look up that word right there. In Exodus 2 and 10. All right, because he was drawn out of the water. All right. That was the point I wanted to get to, because that's that bread that was cast on the water. Because the Lord drew Moses, allowed Moses to put the bread of life unto us. All right, and spread that water upon us, man. You know. But go ahead.
It's the word Moses in the online etymology, which it means
Proverbs 11.
Just
holding that, go ahead.
It says drawing, the prophet.
Drawing.
And
that's the point. Yeah. Drawing with the word of the Lord.
What you do with water from a well.
You draw the water, right? That's the same thing as letting it come out, man. Sending your bread out, man. All right? It's the same thing, man. All right? All right, come. Go ahead with that Hebrew. And this is why this was done unto Moses. So you know the backdrop. Go ahead.
It's book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 23.
That was Moses, right?
Mhm.
So go ahead.
It says, by faith, Moses, when he was born
Yeah.
and was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw he was a proper child,
Yeah.
and they were not afraid of the king's commandment.
So by faith she did it though. She didn't know if Moses would get swallowed up by the sea, the waters would get rough.
Right.
But when you send something on the water, they get roughed up, like it could get gobbled up. It could get completely overtaken. Like they got the movie Moana. Jill used to watch it, and the waters will get mad and rough people up and take them. And it was a time where everybody was scared because of what the waters would do.
They wouldn't go to the water.
They wouldn't go to the water. All right. But she's sitting on water with faith because she wasn't afraid of the king commandment that Moses may live.
If I could make a point with that movie, she was chosen to go into the water.
She was chosen to go into the water. The same way the bread is.
Yep.
The bread, the word of the Lord is directed by him in his will to go into the water, man. All right. Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Go ahead. Bring that out.
Proverbs 11:1.
Yup. 24.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 24. There is that scattereth. It's like there is that scattereth, and yet increase it.
Right. So when you scatter, when the bread is scattered on the water, how can you give something away but it increase? You can't scatter something and then you increase, brother.
Right.
All right. So now you got to get the thorough understanding of that. Usually when you give something away, you decrease. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tended to poverty.
So when you hold all the talents and the bread back, all right, it's worth more than what is fit for you, but it tend to poverty because you're not giving it out. So we got to get his word out, man, accordingly as we got it. Okay, go ahead. It says, freely ye have received, freely give. It ain't your bread, and it ain't your waters that's going over. Everything is for the Lord. Go ahead,
Verse 25. The liberal soul shall be made fat.
So when you liberate, give out, whatever,
free.
You make it free, the word. You're gonna be made fat.
Yeah.
How can a skinny person be made fat? We are fat in our senses, exercise our senses with the Lord by giving this word out. The Lord giving you more of the spirit. Man. Go ahead,
It reads, and he that watereth.
He that what?
Watereth.
He that what?
Watereth.
So if you put the bread on the water and water the bread, let's see,
shall be watered also.
So it's coming back. The water coming back. You're gonna get water too, man. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Come step back a little.
He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him.
Because corn is plenteous, right? So when you withhold that, you're gonna get cursed. The Lord gonna curse you, man.
Right.
You're a cursed, especially if you got corn. So there's somebody who have the corn. This word is like the corn, man. All right, it's plenteous. Go ahead.
But blessings shall be upon the head of him that selleth.
So you sell a corn, man. All right. You give out this corn, not for money's sake. All right, but we freely give this out. That's just selling the word of the Lord. Because somebody is buying and getting the bread. All right. That's what's happening. They're getting the corn. So you can liken the corn into the bread. Go ahead,
This verse 27. He that diligently.
That's it. That was it. That was it. Give me that you got.
This a book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 15. It says, but judgment shall return unto the righteous.
Well, you know what? Hold that. One move. Give me 2 Peter 3:1. This the whole thing is scattering, and this is how it increases. You gotta scatter and give out what you have so you can get an increase, bro.
Right.
All right.
The parable of the talents. Every man that had a talent, they went back and they flipped their talents.
They flipped their talents. You're gonna bring that, then you gonna them two go together. This no, when he finding something, huh?
Second Peter.
2 Peter 3:1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure mind.
Right, the words. Salaki, brother, the epistle go back to the letters, which is the word. So the bread can be likened to the letters of the word. All right. And even with our minds stirred up purely, we receive bread. We got the bread off the waters. because the elders and apostles sent the bread and they start to stir our pure minds up, man. Go ahead.
Pure minds. Continue.
Yeah.
This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance.
Right, and that's how we remember the bread. When it's sent upon those waters, the men that got it, it recycled unto us. We recycle it unto the other men. That's our duty. Go ahead.
That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets.
So we can be mindful of the word that was spoken of our apostles and elders. Right, this word, man, this bread. Right. So we can be reminded of it. That's the only way we can scatter something is if we got some of it. All right. And that's how we continue to just continue on giving it out. Go ahead.
And of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior.
There you go. So as Paul said, be ye followers of me as I'm a follower of Yahweh Shai. And what Yahweh Shai say, if you love me, feed my sheep. Give it out, man. And what sustain you more than bread, literally, and water? That's everything. There you go. There you go. Go ahead, right? That's it. Give me that. Then give me that. We get out of here.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 15 and verse 3. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him.
Yep.
And give him the water of wisdom to drink.
Yeah. So start at 1. So we get to the point.
15 and 1. Sirach 15 and 1. He that feareth the Lord will do good, and he that hath knowledge of the law shall obtain her.
I'll come good to that, right? Go ahead.
And as a mother shall she meet him and receive him, as a wife married of a virgin.
Right, because the Lord look at us as those chaste virgins. All right, and as a wife are getting nourished, all right, with wisdom. Yahweh Shai is wisdom. So really, Yahweh is our father, and Yahweh Shai is like our mother, man. Okay, because he what nourishes. And then mostly because the Lord do the judgment of the chastising. Yahweh Shai don't chastise him because he's a son. So he can't say, well, he can't not to say that, but Yahweh give him the order to chastise. Right. But Yahweh Shai say, hold on, he part of the elect, Lord, give him a little slack in it, have a little mercy on him. So he's the mediator of the mercy, man. Right. You know, all together. So he nourishes us more. So as a wife, it says as a wife married of a virgin, man. Yahweh Shai is like our nourisher, all right, our mother and wisdom. He the physician. So he cared for us. But the Lord whacks our ass. He like our father. He's strict. The Lord is strict, right? But he sent his mercy through his son, which he did actually physically and spiritually still do today. Go ahead.
Verse 3. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him.
With the what? Bread
of understanding.
Now, we've been talking about that bread on the waters the whole lesson now. Brother should be able to catch it now, brother. All right? Understanding what that bread doing and what it does to the understanding. Okay? We should have it now. Go ahead.
And give him the water of understanding.
Give him the what?
The water of wisdom.
The water of
to
what?
drink.
The water of wisdom to drink. So how it come out bread but end up water and wisdom, right? So now you get a better understanding. Ecclesiastes 11 and 1, cast thy bread upon the waters. All right. And after many days it shall find thee. That's the only thing you can put on the water and it come back, man. Literally.
And
go ahead.
If I could put in place those words right here, it basically says cast your understanding upon wisdom.
That's it.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, put the word and the way of wisdom, and then the knowledge and the understanding going to increase up.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right, brother.
That's it, brother. It shall not fail, like it read in Isaiah 33 or whatever. It shall not fail. It ain't gonna fail us. Go ahead, give me this, and we're gonna get out of here. And once you retain this wisdom, this water, this bread, this is what happens. Go ahead.
It says, but judgment, this Psalms 94 and 15, but judgment shall return unto righteousness.
Right. Judgment returning into righteousness. So you start to make righteous judgments. That's right. Once you get this bread that was scattered on the waters, man. Yeah. You see it? Go ahead, Art.
It says, and all the upright in heart shall follow.
And all the upright in heart gonna follow. So if we continue to follow the bread that was scattered on the waters, we shall all be increased. All right. And the Lord will have mercy on us in wisdom. Yeah. We'll know what judgment is and what righteousness, man, and we'll walk in the fear of the Lord. So Abba Ratazah, hey, go ahead. If y'all brothers got something, go ahead.
Read the first part again, Babaka Shah.
but judgment shall return unto righteousness.
That's right. And once you start making righteous judgments, you're gonna gain more wisdom. So it's a never-ending cycle.
There you go.
By following, casting that bread upon the waters, man. It's a never-ending cycle, right? The more righteous judgments you make, the more the Lord gonna increase your wisdom to continue to make righteous judgment.
And when we in the Lord, according to Esdras, it says he likened his judgment unto a what?
Until a ring.
So it just keep coming around.
That's right.
So we in the Lord, we're doing righteous judgments upon this bread, and the free flow of water gonna continue to flow through us, man.
That's right.
That we may get the other men and we and seal the elect. That's so right. We can bring forth the usher in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Right.
In that order. So Abba Ratazah. Okay, so Abba Ratazah, this lesson was edifying. First and foremost to the whole free elect, to those that cleave and follow the body.
Right.
Continuing through the spirit, starting with our elders and apostles up top, all the way down to us younger men that did it in like manner. And we admonish you, brothers, to come in and do it as well, that the Lord house may be furnished and filled. Okay, so Abba Ratazah was edifying, man. Until the next time, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Agam that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Until the next time, we want to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Bo.
Abba Bo.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.